Mariah, Janos, and Evan Lazar here talking all about the Patriots defense. Now, when people think about the Patriots defense, you think about all the veterans that they have back there, and that's what's made them so good over the years. But Evan, you want to see the young guys get out there. You want to let the kids play. Why is that?
Well, I think on first and second down in particular, this defense, like I mentioned in another video, is dead last in success rate, 27th in EPA per play. I mean, this is a bad first and second down defense. So if they're not playing well on those first two downs, guys like John Simon and Jawan Bentley, I just don't see what they're doing. If they're not going to be productive run stuffers, and if Simon's not going to set the edge effectively, and Bentley's not going to make those tackles in the middle of the field when the ball is pushed back towards the numbers in the middle, then what are we doing here with those players? And I think the one guy that really kind of cements this for me is Josh Uche. And I know we only saw him limited snaps yesterday. He played 13 of them against the Bills. But that athleticism and that explosiveness at the first and second level of the defense is adding something that Bentley just doesn't bring to the table. And I think that tackle on Josh Allen, it wasn't so much about the fact that he got a pretty big and good running quarterback down in Allen. It was more about the fact that he was playing in space, and they actually flexed him out wide on the running back and man coverage. He was lined up at wide corner, and he was able to peel off his guy, see Allen scrambling, and make that tackle in the open field. And no offense to Jawan Bentley, but I just don't think that's a play that Jawan Bentley makes or replicates if he's in that same position. So again, 4 missed tackles in the last 2 weeks for Jawan Bentley. That has been a major concern for this team. 19 missed tackles as a unit for that defense in the last 2 games. And if you're not going to get that type of production on first and second down from players that you're counting on to stop the run, then it's time to see the young guys play and see what those guys can do instead.
Now, Chase Winovich, we talked about him heading into this week, kind of not seeing him playing as much. You had mentioned his hit on Jimmy Garoppolo, that kind of taking a toll in his playing time. But then Bill Belichick comes out and says that he's using him the way he always has and there's nothing wrong. Why do you think Chase Winovich is not playing?
Well, I think there's 2 sort of schools of thought. One's kind of more conspiracy theory, where Winovich, I think there's some things going on behind the scenes with him. You know, we saw the hit on Garoppolo followed by the talking back to Bill Belichick on the sideline. That usually is not a good way to go about things here in New England. There are also some murmurs out there about Winovich trying to market himself off the field here in the Boston area and how Bill Belichick feels about that. You know that first and second year players on this team are not meant to be going out and doing phone interviews with radio shows and things like that. And as much as I hate that sort of side of it from the Patriots perspective, that's what we're used to here in New England for young players. So there's that element of it. The second element is just situational and game plan and just looking at how teams are attacking them. If teams are going to continue to try to attack them against the run, then Winovich is not going to be the one that's going to come in there and set the edge and be that sturdy presence. And I think that that's what you're seeing, is that he is a sub-package player. Now, in other years when they can stop the run on first down and they can get in second and long and third and long, maybe a sub-package role plays 50 to 60% of the snaps. But in a year where they're not stopping the run on first down and they're getting into second and 3, second and 4 a whole lot, then there's not really a ton of opportunities to get those sub-package rushers onto the field. So some of it's football, some of it might be off the field, non-football related, but I think all of it's adding up together to leading to Winovich's playing time. But the second one, the football reasons, I actually understand where Bill Belichick is coming from, because a player like Winovich is not going to be the answer to shoring up their run defense right now.
All right, for all of our Patriots coverage, head to clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel over at Patriots Press Pass.